Welcome back to The Rustic Wife. I'm Alana. So today is a day for catching up with some chores. We've got lawns to cut, and as you can see, I was just doing some trimming, hence my beet red face. It always makes me boiling hot to trim because it is not my favorite chore to do, but well, it's got to be done. So today it is June 5th, and we actually don't have our garden in yet. We knew we were going to wait a little bit later than last year. We planted May 24th, which is traditionally the last frost date here in Ontario. We're zone 5B. But we got burned last year. We planted May 24th, and a late snow came in and annihilated all of our 67 tomato plants, and I think we had about 40 pepper plants maybe. So that was a total wipeout. So we said this year we are going to wait and plant everything at the start of June. This video, I actually just wanted to do a few updates and a few things that are different around here. So we have updates on our root cellar, we have updates on our bees and our chickens. So yeah, so this video is just a little update video. These grape hyacinths over my shoulder. Last year I did a video on how to divide them, and I divided those, I believe it was early May last year, or perhaps April, I can't really remember, but I'll post the video up here so you can have a look at it if you want. And now I have grape hyacinths bordering this garden, which is what I was going for, and they came up really nicely, so I'll show you. There, some of them are much more lush than others, but there's shade to the northeast corner there, and I didn't want to dig up my thyme right in this little patch here, so that's why there's a space, but it looks really pretty. They've come up really nicely. We got our first batch of meat birds, day-old white rock chicks, and you can see them darting around in there. They're so cute at this stage. We have one eyeball on the camera here. This is the tough guy of the group. We have another batch coming at the end of August. So in total for the season, we will have raised 50 meat birds to be processed for the freezer. So there's some things that are a little different here for now anyway. For one, we have lost our bees. Last year in the winter, we had a total wipeout. We went into winter, I believe, with 6 or 7 hives, and they started to gradually die through the winter. Now, I thought it was something that I did. Who knows, maybe it was. I don't think so, because there has been a massive loss of bees all across Ontario. I'm sure other places too, but for some reason there's been a really hard hit on bees this year, and I'm not sure what it is. I have my suspicions. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with some chemicals, agricultural chemicals, but I don't know. I can't say for sure, but that is my suspicion. We don't use them here, but there are other farms in the area that do, so I don't know. But all I know is that we do have some nukes coming, and they'll be here, I think, next week, and fingers crossed that we do get them. Some people aren't even going to bother to get any more, just if they've had a few. And the people that use that as their sole income, that's pretty devastating for them. Also, for the fruit growers in Niagara, they rely on those, and vegetable growers everywhere, they rely on the bees to pollinate the blossoms, and I don't know if there's going to be a loss there too. I'm sure there will be. So, but anyway, that is one thing that happened to us this year. So our poor little lonely beehives here just absolutely devastates me that they're empty. Their honey is still in there, but we will be getting, like I said, we will be getting some nukes coming here shortly, and we'll try again and see how that goes. But we've had bees for about 6 years now, and we've had really good luck, but just this year we lost them this winter. You'll usually see our hens free ranging, but you'll see they have a little pen connected to their hen house, and they are in a pen because we are worried about avian flu. So we put them in there and give them fresh greens and fresh water, but they're not free ranging, which is what they usually like to do. And we usually like to have them out free ranging, but with the avian flu, we just didn't want to take a chance. Makes me sad because this is usually where the laying hens like to hang out in the shade when it got hot. So hopefully we can put these poor little soldiers out there soon. Put a couple of roost poles for them to sit on, and again we throw greens and some of my fresh herbs in there. They kind of go in and out of the hen house, but it's just very bleak. On another note, there is a thrasher in this tree, and if you've ever heard the song of the thrasher, it is so beautiful. I can't see it, but I can definitely hear it. Also, we were able to get a little batch of meat birds, and we have them, usually we have them on grass, but again, with the avian flu, we've got them out here in their little chicken cottage, and we've got a little subfloor there. Not grass, as they usually like to peck around at this age, but oh well, at least they're outside getting fresh air. Well, they seem happy. And here's the garden. It's all been tilled and it's ready to plant. We knew we had to wait this year, as last year we planted May 24th, which is generally our last frost date, but we had all of our tomatoes killed by a late snow, so we chose to wait. And my rhubarb has been looking pretty spindly and weak these last couple of years, so I think I need to split it. I've read on several articles that it needs to be split if it is kind of getting spindly like this. I think what I'm going to do is move it right out of this garden because the soil isn't the best. So I'll split it and move it into the main garden somewhere. I also have to get my chive blossoms picked and make some vinegar. Love that for salad dressings and for potato salad. It's really good in there. And check out this chamomile. This is German chamomile. I have so many of these to pick for tea. So I'm going to pick those. I wanted to get them done this morning, but I got doing other chores. So I'll pick those tomorrow morning, and the chives, and I'll make the vinegar tomorrow, and I will start drying out these. Oh man, it just smells so pretty. So it's June 7th, and we still haven't gotten our garden in, you can see. But it's been raining. My planters aren't done, and our little plants here are waiting to go in. They're over here. Cabbages, celery, some tomatoes and peppers. They're all waiting to go in. Well, one year it rained so bad in June we didn't get our garden in until the first week of July, and it was excellent. Another update I wanted to do is the potatoes and carrots that we have stored in our root cellar. Now, because it's warmer, it's June the 7th, I think. Because it's warmer outside, our root cellar isn't cold anymore. It's quite warm, and our potatoes have sprouted eyes, of course. And but I wanted to show you what they look like. We harvested those in, I believe, September or October, and like I said, it's now June. The same with the carrots. I think we harvested them at the end of October. So I'm going to take you in and show you what they look like now. Here are the bins where we keep the potatoes. You can see all these big eyes here, how tall they are. Well, we harvested 360 pounds last year, and we've given my brother some, and we've given my in-laws some as well. For these potatoes here, let me grab one. The eyes are really long on it, but the potato is actually still very hard. So all I do is I just pick off the eyes, and it's perfect. So this has done, this root cellar has been great. These bins that we've put the potatoes in have been great. There's slats in them for air circulation. So if you think about that, we've stored our potatoes from either the end of September or the end of October until June, and they're perfect. And we used some of these as seed potatoes. There's another one. So you can see they've got lots of eyes for seed potatoes. So we bought some seed from a feed company, and we're planting half of our potato rows in the seed that we bought and half with our own potatoes, just to see how they do. But yeah, it's very hard. Perfect. So that's the potato update. And then the carrots, I've just got a flashlight there because it's pretty dark. We've got them in some bricklayer sand here, and I have pulled one or two out that had a rotten top, but other than that, let's dig down deeper because we've used most of the top layers. Let's get one here. There. Not soft. And there's another one. I'll take them up and wash them and then you can see them. But the sand has done really well. Again, it's not cool in the root cellar anymore because it is June. So there, I've just rinsed them off. You can see they're not shriveled or anything like that. This one has a couple little marks on it, and you can see that one does too. But once I peel them, they're perfectly fine. So most of the cold months, the root cellar is usually around 6 degrees Celsius. Now it's about 13 degrees Celsius. So it's getting quite warm outside, so it's warm in the root cellar. So what we'll do is we'll take the carrots out of that bin and take out any ones that could have rotted, and I'll wash off the good ones and then store them in the crisper, and they'll last, well, as long as until we're done eating them. The potatoes, once they get really, really soft, I cooked some last year and they were fine, but we'll probably go through those before they get too soft. So then we'll have new potatoes. That's great. There's a couple of little spots right there, but I'll just cut those off. So they store really well. So this year we're going to try to store beets in the sand as well and see how they go. Another thing missing from the property here this year is last fall my little duck Jemima was killed, and I think the culprit was a coyote. I found her feathers. I couldn't find her, but I did find her feathers way at the back by the pond, so I think that's what got her. And I was so sad. I still am sad. I cried for about 2 weeks when she went missing, and anyway, I didn't order any more ducklings this spring just because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the avian flu, if we were going to be able to get them or what. But I sure miss her. I used to hear her quacking all the time, and if you remember from some of my videos, you'd see her wandering around in the background, and I'll get another one day. Anyway, hopefully the weather clears up in a couple of days so we can get this garden started. It seems really late, but it's better late than never, and we've done this, pulled this stunt before, and we've had a great garden. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Some of the sad news I hope you didn't enjoy, but anyway, we have lots of stuff to look forward to and lots of videos for gardening and all the other fun things we get up to around here. So thanks a lot for joining me today, and if you did enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again next time.